Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news, all right. Folks, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you could be one of the most significant moves the Giants have considered in years. Rumors are swirling like crazy around Chris Jones, the dominant defensive tackle from the Kansas City Chiefs, and it's not just idle chatter. There's serious buzz that the Chiefs might be willing to part ways with him, and if that happens, it could completely reshape the Giants' defensive line and honestly their entire playoff outlook for the next few seasons. Let's break this down. The Chiefs, post-Mahomes, are in a bit of a transitional phase. They're still contenders, no doubt, but they're also facing some cap challenges and are probably looking at a bit of a reset. Kansas City's defense, especially their defensive line, has been solid but not elite this season. Right now, they're allowing around 140 rushing yards per game, which is decent but not the kind of shutdown performance we're used to seeing from a team that just won a Super Bowl. And with a cap space of just $2.8 million, they're in a tight spot to keep all their key players, especially those commanding big salaries like Chris Jones, who is making around $28 million a year. Now here's where it gets interesting for Giants fans. The Chiefs might be open to trading Jones in the offseason, especially after the trade deadline passed. This isn't just idle speculation. It's real talk that they're willing to listen to offers in exchange for draft picks and promising defensive tackle prospects. The idea is to free up cap space and bring in youth, possibly preparing for a future without some of their veteran staples. Think of it like a calculated rebuild move, similar to what the Eagles did with Fletcher Cox a few years back. They're trying to balance competing now and building for tomorrow, and Jones might be the piece they're willing to move. For the Giants, landing Chris Jones would be a game changer. Imagine a player of his caliber anchoring the middle of our defensive line, transforming our run defense and pass rush overnight. Jones, a Mississippi State product, has been a disruptive force his entire career. In 13 games this season, he's posted 4 sacks and 35 pressures, with a PFF pass rush grade of 90. 4, which ranks among the best in the league. His run defense win rate sits at 28%, which is solid, and his EPA per pressure is an impressive 0.20. On top of that, he's got 22 tackles. He's not just a pass rusher, he's a complete interior defender. Let's talk about impact. Jones has been a force in his career with 84. 5 sacks in 151 games and over 218 tackles. His QB hits have surpassed 150, and his missed tackle rate is just under 5%, a testament to his consistency and high football IQ. He suffered a shoulder injury in Week 6, which caused him to miss a game, but he returned strong in Week 5 with 2 sacks against the Broncos. And comparing him to some of the all-time great interior linemen, you see similarities in the way he can dominate from the inside, forcing double teams, collapsing pockets, and stopping the run in its tracks. If he joins the Giants, the impact could be immediate. Think about it, adding Jones alongside Kayvon Thibodeaux and Leonard Williams would create a nightmare for opposing offenses. Our front would be a fortress, with Jones functioning like a modern-day Aaron Donald, consistently forcing offenses to adjust their blocking schemes. His presence could elevate our pass rush, pushing our sack total up significantly, and help us address the run defense issues that have haunted us this season. Currently, the Giants allow around 26 points per game, and our run defense, particularly on the interior, has been exposed against teams like Washington, which ran for 170 yards in one game. Adding a player like Jones could be the difference maker that allows us to shut down those runs and get off the field on third down more often. From a strategic standpoint, acquiring Jones isn't just about immediate help, it's about future potential. The Giants are at a crossroads with a 2-11 record and a defense that's ranked with a PFF grade of 75. 3. Improving that line could serve as a foundation for the next era of Giants football. Remember, this isn't just about this season. It's about building a dominant trench war machine that can carry us deep into the playoffs. And if the Giants can secure Jones, they would be setting themselves up not just for a playoff push, but for a sustained period of contention, especially if they can surround him with young, talented players. Now, let's talk about the possible ramifications. A trade for Chris Jones would send shockwaves through the NFC East. The Eagles have been dominant on the line, but if the Giants add a player like Jones, it levels the playing field and even gives us a slight edge in the trenches. It's a move that could make us more formidable against teams like the Cowboys and Commanders, who rely heavily on their rushing attacks. Our defense would become a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks, especially in high-stakes playoff games. But of course, there are challenges. The Chiefs aren't likely to give him up cheap. They'll want a sizable return, probably a first-round pick or multiple picks, along with a promising young player or two. It's a tough pill to swallow, but if it means elevating the Giants to a new level, it might be worth it. Plus, with the cap situation, the Giants might have to maneuver some contracts or restructure deals to make it work. But the potential reward? Well, worth the effort. Looking ahead to 2025, the impact of adding Jones could be even more significant. Imagine a defense with Jones, Thibodeaux, and Leonard Williams all at their peak. The Giants could be a top-tier unit, with Jones being the interior anchor that makes all the difference. His presence would boost our sack numbers, with projections suggesting he could reach around 7 sacks in a Giants uniform, similar to what we saw from Aaron Donald during his prime. That kind of interior pressure is a game changer, forcing offenses to alter their game plans and giving our secondary more opportunities to make plays. The betting odds are also shifting. Right now, the Giants' chances of making a deep playoff run are around plus 50-0, but if we add a player of Jones's caliber, those odds could improve dramatically, potentially dropping to plus 16-0 or even better. He's the kind of X-factor that could tip the scales in our favor during the postseason, especially when the games get tight and every play counts. Think about the Rams in 2021, leveraging their interior pass rush to elevate their defense and make a Super Bowl run. The Giants could follow a similar blueprint, with Jones as the centerpiece. In conclusion, bringing Chris Jones to the Giants isn't just a pipe dream. It's a move that could elevate us from playoff hopefuls to legitimate contenders. Our trenches would become a fortress, our pass rush would be relentless, and our run defense would be a nightmare for offenses. It's a bold move, but sometimes, bold is what it takes to turn a team around and etch your name into the history books. The Giants have a chance to make a statement, to build a defense that strikes fear into every opponent, and to set the stage for a future filled with Super Bowl glory. It's about rewriting our story, and Chris Jones could be the chapter that makes everything fall into place. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster move? Do you think Chris Jones could be the missing piece that pushes us over the top? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Giants news. This is the kind of off-season story that could shape the future of Big Blue, and I can't wait to see how it unfolds. Keep the faith, stay passionate, and let's get ready for an exciting ride ahead.